Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex, the podcast where we listen to every single album in the world, one artist at a time. My name is Michael Mansour. I'm joined, as always, by my lovely, wonderful, tall co-host, Alexander Volts. Say hello.
I got the meanest, cleanest penis. Today, we're going from ashy to nasty to classy. Talking about the one and only Notorious B.I.G, a.k.a. Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. Christopher Wallace.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
He deserves the best.
God. Oh, my God. Before we jump in, dude, I knew exactly what the fuck you were talking about. The moment you said anything,
Yeah.
those lyrics stood out to me so profoundly.
Yes.
Okay, before we get into all that, if you like us, you want to support us or suggest an artist for us to talk about, you can send everything you want to everyalbumever@gmail.com. You know, tell a friend if you like the podcast. It would be very helpful. Or you can also not do that. If you want to check out more of Notorious B.I.G. after the episode, you could just listen to one of the two albums that he has, or listen to the playlist that we've put together full of our favorite songs. It seems kind of unnecessary, to be honest, with this.
It does, but you know, I tried to with my picks try to get some gems in there. Or something you might have overlooked.
Yes. But if you want to do that, you can. There should be a link in the description of wherever you're listening or watching, or there's also a list of not list. What the fuck am I talking about? You just go to everyalbumever.com. There's a playlist for every goddamn episode we've done. There's a lot of things. If you enjoy us at all, there is plenty for you to check out. Okay. Notorious B.I.G. This is a very. Also, if you're watching, for audio listeners, I, like a jackass, left the mic stand that I typically use at my residence. So I'm holding it like a fucking
amateur hour.
I'm holding it like a rapper would hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's stupid. I don't,
spitting game.
I'm not doing that, but it's also, I don't know how, because obviously I don't have another mic stand or else I'd be using it. I don't hate it.
Nice.
I don't hate holding it like this.
Nice. See, they're so finicky unless we had more expensive stuff. It's so makes a lot of noise if you take them off and put them back on.
Yeah.
In the perfect world, I would love to be able to boom, have it at my disposal. But for the sake of the listeners, stick it right there. Yeah.
If we had more money, we could do the boom ones that make no noise when you move them. Those are heavenly. But also, I'm a weird, anxious, uptight, intense fella. So I'm tinkering. If you watch the video at all, you see I'm fucking with the mic stand the entire time. So this is perfect. This is fucking perfect because
nice.
Undoubtedly there's a lot of squeaking going on because of my mic stand. Usually, but not now. Okay. 2 albums. He's a legend. We all know Biggie. He's got 2 albums. He's got a bunch of posthumous stuff, a bunch of post-death things.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
There's one that came out recently too,
with Faith Evans. His I don't know if she was his widow or just his ex-wife. I did not listen to that one, but I did listen to for extra credit that I'll just briefly talk about the other 2 that are basically remix albums. So,
it's not the duet one.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll get to it when we get there.
Okay. Because I was going to do the same thing. I was going to pop that one in extra credit. And then I got through half of one song. I was like, this is stupid. I'm not going to do this. It's mostly redone things by other people. So it didn't feel at all necessary.
No, it's totally extra credit. It's not required listening.
Biggie nerds who want more of what he created, not necessarily what he recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll talk about more, obviously. Later. So obviously we just had 2 albums. First one, 1994. Last one, 1997. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but I feel like we can do it.
No, after NWA, I can do anything. I thought, because I'm very familiar with Ready to Die, I thought I'm just going to listen to it once over. I'll get my notes down real quick. This will be real easy to get all my notes.
Mm-hmm.
and I listened to the album like 3 times still
Yes.
because it's so thick.
It's a juicy album.
It's a juicy album.
Yeah.
And then the double album is like 2 hours long. It may be the longest album we've ever covered. I don't remember how long. Maybe ELO had a.
No. You mean from Out of Nowhere? Is that what it's called? Holy shit!
I don't remember. We've done double albums before, but nothing. I don't think we've done any that like have cracked the 2 hour mark.
For sure, I don't believe we have. I'm looking it up because I feel like an idiot.
We may have done like
Out of the Blue from Out of Nowhere. That's a Faith No More song.
How long is it?
Out of the Blue. I think it's only like an hour 7. Out of the Blue by ELO is 70 minutes.
Yep.
That's not an hour 7, but it's 70 minutes. That might be the longest one. Or that or Trap Master Replica from Cat and Beefheart.
Oh yeah, that was
also, but again,
beefy.
Not 2 hours like this one.
So yeah, after like I started like had so many notes on the first album, and then I have some swagger, some confidence after doing the NWA one. Mm-hmm. So I'm not worried about this being a short album or short episode by any means.
Not to mention that our previous episode was 2 fucking hours, 2.5 hours long or something.
Yeah, we can talk now.
Yeah. We're seasoned. All right, we know what we're doing. No, we're not fucking. We're idiots. Okay, without a doubt, you know Biggie more than I do, and you've been listening to him longer than I have.
Yes,
for sure. So, what is your backstory? How'd you get into it?
I think like when I was getting into hip hop, like there's always this stupid like Biggie versus Tupac thing, which like don't subscribe to that. Like if you like both, listen to both. There's no reason, literally no reason. But you know, at the time and being like somewhat of a, when you're younger, you're somewhat of a purist. Like I was like Biggie all day. I've always felt more in tune with like East Coast hip hop. I've talked about the Wu-Tang Clan numerous,
as we both have.
Yeah,
we're quite fans.
So like to like this day, and not because the feud. I don't like Tupac, but if really? our listeners do good for you, and I'm sure we'll get around to that. Gentleman.
Oh, for sure.
But so I've always like had an affinity for him, and this like you said, like you knew immediately what I was talking about. Like that's the way his lyrics are. They just stay with you.
Oh yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, and like to this day, just like Ready to Die never gets old. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Christopher Smalls. I don't know what his name.
Christopher Wallace is his.
Christopher Wallace Smalls Biggie.
His government name.
His government name. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Enlighten me, because I don't know anything other than the lyrics where he talks about how he's a bad guy.
Yeah. Well, some of it is true. Some of it's like exaggerated. But yeah, dude was like dealing drugs and shit, and super young. He did actually do a stint where he lived in like North Carolina. Damn, I don't know why I don't have this on my notes, but Diddy was like at the time this known as Puff Daddy.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember. You know what? I remember when he changed his name to P Diddy, and it was. I learned about it as a joke in Jay Leno's monologue, and the joke was he changed his name to P Diddy. That was the joke.
Yeah,
it was just the truth. Yeah. The truth was the joke, and I laughed and laughed and laughed.
No, he has.
What? I'm confused.
He has funny names, but you know he's a businessman.
He's a smart motherfucker.
Yes, he is very smart, despite the name. And yeah, I forget what label he was on, and then he bought on Biggie, but the label like dropped him, and then he's like, "No, fuck that. We're doing Bad Boy." And the first time Biggie got some recognition was on Mary J. Blige remix for her song "Real Love."
I see,
and that was like his first exposure. And then, of course, you know, I might play the most, I would say he got like more clout on the Craig Mack song, Flavor in Your Ear. And the reason I'm going to play it is because I feel like I'm saying that and people don't know it. But once I play it right now, you're going to be like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's that song.
When did this come out?
This, man, let me hit you with it. I think 94.
Okay, so before the album, though.
Yeah. So Craig Mack was also on Bad Boy. So here we go. Fucking Diddy.
I know we had to do a remix, right?
That's him right there? There he is. Woo! Turn that up a little bit. There we go.
More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots. A visible bully, like the gooch disappear.
I've never heard this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I feel like a fucking noob.
The gimmicks, the whack lyrics, the shit is depressing, pathetic. Please forget it.
I mean, that's really fucking good.
Yeah,
It's shocking.
It's a Craig Mack song, but like putting Biggie on there first and get more butts than ashtrays, like
It's great. It's great.
right out the gate, he like stole the song.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I think that's when people like he got the recognition on the Mary J. Blige song, but when Flavor in Your Ear dropped, that was like, who is this dude?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's this big motherfucker?
Dude, there's no voice that sounds fatter than his. He's got an obese voice.
He's crazy. 21, 22 recording these songs. It sounds like a grown man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, for sure. I had no idea he was that young.
Super young.
Yeah.
Super young. So yeah, with like those songs, and then he also put out a single called Party and Bullshit, which isn't on any of the albums, but it's a good song. It's worth listening to. It's a fun song.
Nice.
And then yeah, I guess that leads us into 1994's Ready to Die.
There we go. Off the bat, that harp sample, fucking love that harp sample.
The production is so crazy on this, and it's mostly one dude, but I'll wait till the song is over.
Remember back in the days when niggas had waves, Gazelle shades and corn braids, pitching pennies, honeys had the hot.
You got like that instrument with the distortion. It's a little fuzzy, a little dirty.
Yeah. Very subtle. That's not a horn, is it?
I don't. It might be. Producers are crazy. They can warp.
Okay, let's talk about it a little
So
bit.
obviously, best personal favorite.
I should preface. I kind of glossed over. There's two albums.
I don't even know if we should do that.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter because it is two albums. That means one is by default best and one's by default worst. That's not interesting. We
Sure.
like this album.
Yes.
We both like this album a lot.
Yes.
Fair to say.
I think every song on here is a classic song.
Disagree entirely.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even know how they pick the singles because, like, if I was like, hypothetically, I work at Bad Boy and I have to pick the singles. I really don't know how they did it.
What were the singles that ended up?
The singles were Juicy.
Yep.
Big Papa.
Yep.
And then I don't know if anything else, but those were like the two big ones.
Okay, so
the two big ones.
I definitely see why they chose those.
Yeah.
Because, well, obviously, we all know Big Papa. We all love Big Papa. Okay. It's what song did they take that sample? It's not a sample. They just kind of copied the bass line. It's a famous song. Just two of us. Just two of us.
Okay.
It's not a sample of it. It's just sort of a ripoff of just the two of us. But it's great. And it's still, it's its own song. and we all know it. We all love it, especially if you've seen Superbad and you're a fan of Period Blood. Sorry. And Juicy, I want to dance every time I hear it, and I fucking hate dancing. I don't dance. I fucking hate dancing. But it's such a danceable, catchy. You love it the second it comes on. And those are I probably the most accessible for anyone, even morons, to latch onto.
With Juicy, like to me, the whole album, there's so many like quotable lines, and I'm gonna read some of them. But like Juicy in particular, like so many lines, like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Sorry, I went
fucking great.
I went a little like Ice Cube at the end there, but yeah, so many lines like that. The production was done by this dude named Easy Moby, and it's so weird he's not like a bigger name because
wait, what else did he do? Did he do anything else?
He did some other things, but just didn't, for whatever reason, he's not like a household name like the way like the Neptunes are. But the man's production on this is like so perfect for Biggie's voice, and like the man is one of the best like storytellers in hip hop. And that goes back to like the lyrics just staying with you, and like you just need like one line, and it paints like a picture.
I think because I didn't have a lot of experience with Biggie up until a couple of years ago. I heard this album and I didn't love it. What I remember from that was the song "One More Chance." I loved it so much that it made the rest of the album seem like bullshit to me. Not bullshit,
Really?
but like musically, "One More Chance" is incredible.
Yeah.
Like it has an annoying intro, and like even the female vocals are a little cheesy. But the actual melody is so creepy and like
I love "One More Chance" because the overtly like sexual lines in there.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
So we got "Honeys Call Me Bigger, the condom filler. Hit you with a dick, make your kidney shift. So recognize the dick size in these Carl Canny jeans."
Oh my God. So it's gnarly. All right. It's fucking gross.
One more.
Okay, go.
Because on the Tribe Called Quest episode, I was talking about like how rappers don't like going down on girls.
Right.
Found another lyric. Used to lick the clits a lot, but licking clits had to stop because y'all don't know how to act when the tongue goes down below.
Ooh, shit. Oh,
So I found another one.
Oh.
Found another one. Rappers do not. But in
we're building a case against rappers not going down on things.
but in Biggie's case, it's kind of like, I'm too good at it. I can't.
Too good. Yeah.
I'm too good at
it. Of course he is. I mean,
the guy loves to eat. Of course he's going to be good at it. Of course he's going to be good at it.
No arguments. But the song, the music, so
yeah.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this album because musically, it's like hit or miss for me. And this song is such a hit. It's creepy and spacey and pretty all at the same time. This song, the melodies in this song, and then it gets dark in the intro. Like the bass line is so fucking dark. And then other songs, not quite anything to me. But his rapping from beginning to end is it's like, man, his phrasing is so fucking inventive. Like no two verses are the same. Everything. It's like, this is a weird comparison, but it reminds me, street drummers, how they have like a fucking empty drum and they're just going ape shit with these crazy drum rolls.
Made something out of nothing.
The thing is, it's like it's not a beat. It's just a bunch of shit. That's what I feel like his voice is. It's fucking, you're drawn to it. It has great rhythm to it, but it just keeps changing and shifting. The music is always consistent and it's really repetitive, which is fine. It's mostly hip hop, but his phrasing and his rapping is constantly moving so much within one song. It keeps every song being interesting, even if I don't care for it musically.
Yeah, for like a 21, 22-year-old to be able to to do that too, and like on his debut album, it's fucking insane. It's bonkers. Yeah, like fucking give me the loot.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
I've been robbing motherfuckers since the slave ships. Fucking again, he just needs like one line, and it's so like you get it. Like he's been forever.
Yeah.
Forever. He's been robbing. That's the problem with hip hop these days too. There's not enough songs about robbing people.
There's very little. I mean, maybe they are. I can't understand them. I sound like fucking angry old men.
Yeah.
I mumble rapper.
Another, because I don't know when we would talk about him again. If you like songs about robbing people, fucking M.O.P. Annie Up. Annie Up. Yep, that fool.
Is Yappa?
Yeah, for Rob.
A synonym for Rob? Oh, interesting. I learned something.
Take jeans off. What? Take clothes off. What? Like, dude, Annie Up.
All right.
I'm gonna show you might recognize it.
Okay.
After.
Okay. Dude, don't bet on that. Like, as we've just learned from that first Biggie song we put
Yeah.
But actually, here's a question I have. Like the title track, which is fucking awesome. The streaming version removed samples.
Yes.
Yeah, and that happened. That's a recurring thing.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't know how to segue into it. So 2006. It was ruled that the album like heavily violated copyright infringement.
I mean, this and every other rap album.
Yeah, and some people like question like Bad Boy's like legal defense because they're like, some lawyers are like, I think I could have like got them out of this mess.
Really?
Like, I think they were in the right. This because like it was kind of like the Wild West. Hip hop sampling in the 90s and 80s, and there weren't rules per se that were like grounded or definitive. So some lawyers have like questioned like Bad Boy's defense team, but for whatever reason, it was just found in heavy copyright infringement. So any version of the album you get pressed after 2006, it has these edits and the samples are not on the album.
I'm so curious. What are we missing?
I'm not 100% sure. It's not a big deal. I'm sure if people want to go on like YouTube or torrents or whatever, it's there. So yeah, there are two different versions of the album, and obviously anything you listen to on streaming is going to be these post 06 versions.
Interesting. Well, it's judging by this alone, it doesn't seem that bad.
No, it's not. It's not awful. It is like distracting because you're like, am I listening to like the clean version of the album?
I'm not a full-on purist, but every once in a while, I'll be like, I want the original experience.
Yes,
I want to know what it was. But you know, life sucks. Suicidal Thoughts.
Oh, dude. Dude.
Woo,
so heavy.
Oh, dude. I was casually listening to this album, driving around, parked, I was sipping coffee. That song came on. I had to stop everything. I had to put everything on hold. I had to stop. And this is a very rare for me. I fucking pulled up the lyrics and I was following along.
Nice.
I was like, God damn, this.
You never do that.
I never do that.
Ever.
I never do that. No.
Ever.
That song fucked me up pretty good. It was like relatable in the darkest, most fucked up ways.
It is like, yeah, because usually if you say you're going to commit suicide, you get committed to like the loony bin.
Yeah.
But here's Biggie just fucking
laying it out there.
Yeah. At the time I saw it was called Cobain-esque.
Just because it involves suicide?
Yeah. And Nirvana was real.
You can't just hijack the concept of suicide.
No, but at the time, like Nevermind was huge.
Oh, yeah.
It was a gigantic album. Even like Notorious B.I.G, who sounds like nothing, has nothing to do with Nirvana or grunge, couldn't escape the comparisons. So
that's wild, man. When a band just takes over the entire, what's the word, zeitgeist? Is that the right word?
I think so. Yeah.
It's a bizarre and I think a poor placement of adoration. I think we're gonna get over it pretty quickly, but still a very good song. And I'm getting tongue tied. It's short.
It is.
And that's something I appreciate with hip hop songs, because it may be an over generalization, but man, a lot of hip hop songs drag the fuck on.
Oh yeah.
They don't know how to wrap it up, dude. Like, I always really appreciate short rap songs. There's a few that immediately jump at me, mostly by Atmosphere, because that guy, man, I love Atmosphere, but I also hate Atmosphere. But sometimes, man, he'll just throw like a 2-minute fucking banger. I'm like, okay, he's still the best. God,
Yeah,
he's fucking
awesome. I like Warning. To me, that's just like one of the best stories too.
Which one's that? Remind me.
I'll just play it for you and the listeners. To me, like, that song just transports me. I mean, every song does, but this one, I like how he puts like different effects on his voice for like different characters. So this is Warning. Oh, the Mad TV intro.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Why didn't I put it together?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
We're gonna get. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawn, and now I'm yawning. Wipe the cold out my eye.
See who's this paging me?
Yeah, like,
It's my nigga Pop from the barber shop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intro clock.
all right.
Okay.
Niggas wanna stick me.
Dude, I was a very avid Mad TV watcher as a kid, and it didn't register when I was listening to this. And well, actually, I brushed past it like way earlier. I brought up that I didn't like this album when I first heard it years ago because of how much I love One More Chance.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't seem to be the case this time. Like, I like the album a lot, and I still like that song the most. Like, I still prefer it, but it didn't.
That's a random song for you to like.
It didn't take away my enjoyment of the rest of it, because the rest of it is like era appropriate hip hop, where you hear samples that sound like they were probably taken from like oldies and stuff, or like old R&B. But that one just felt so different and creepy and dark. But the thing is, a lot of this album doesn't make sense as a so you have Juicy, so it's this super poppy, catchy, bass heavy, danceable as fuck, and then you also have Me My Bitch, which is the ugliest hip hop song maybe ever, and it's fucking awesome as well, but just in a completely different way.
Also, Me and My Bitch, to me, the most like, I don't know, infamous, notorious, like
best lyric of all time. Best lyric of all time. We know what it is. You know what it is, listeners and viewers. You know what it is.
You look so good, huh? I suck your daddy's dick. Like,
you look so good. I suck your daddy's dick.
this dude, like, in a genre that is so
homophobic, yeah, absolutely
rampant at the time. Like, this guy had the fucking balls to say that, and I don't think anyone like really like
who's gonna step to him? Look at this motherfucker behind us. Look at this guy. Dude. You're gonna question that motherfucker? He's so big.
Imagine him fucking like Faith Evans or Lil' Kim, and that. I'm so glad that picture came up, because then the fuck me interlude with Lil' Kim.
Okay,
it's so funny. That's the other thing we didn't talk about Biggie yet, and why I think he's so endearing. The motherfucker is also funny, and he knows it,
dude.
He knows it's funny.
It's funny. I'm not a fan of skits on rap albums.
Dude,
I hate the intro. I think it's too long and it's overdone. I get it. Like, it's supposed to be his life story, but that skit particularly is hilarious.
Lil' Kim kills it. I got it written.
You got it. I was gonna say it, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Chronic smoking, Oreo cookie eating, pickle juice drinking, chicken grizzle eating, biscuit sucking motherfucker, V8 juice drinking, Slim Fast blending, black greasy motherfucker. Like, Lil' Kim, so good.
Yeah, so good.
So good on that. Good. It's kind of like upsetting she doesn't rap on this album, but like, oh man, it's so funny. And yeah, like, I think I like to think, I can't say for certain, I like to think they know they're funny. Like,
I mean,
there's no way you do that with like straight face and you're like, yeah, that's like cool. That's dope. Like it's so over the top.
No, it's for sure. It's a joke. And I love it. I think it's great. The songs that I really can't stand musically, and because I care so much about music over lyrics.
There's only like one song that I think is weak, so I'm gonna dispute all
Okay. So if it weren't for Method Man, I would not care for the what.
I disagree. I love the beat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love the what. That's like the strongest like Biggie Wu-Tang collaboration.
I mean, Method Man is really cool. I really like Method Man.
Dude,
I don't hate the song, but it's mostly because of him, honestly.
Yeah, when Method says a spit on your grave and grab McCharles Dickens, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Also, the fucking wordplay and double entendres of like...
It's all clever. It's all clever. It's all funny. And it's, more importantly, it's phrased in a way that is engaging. And that's ultimately the thing I like most about rap is that I mentioned this, I think probably Tribe Called Quest episode 21. That what I love the most about rapping is their voices. I hear them as drums. Mm-hmm. I hear rappers rapping as drums because
you're not the only ones. Like, that's not like a diss, but like a lot of people view it that way
because it's all rhythmic. They're not singing really, but they are using their voice, and it's just it inspires that same kind of love that I get when I hear like a really well constructed drum solo.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I used to get feels on a bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit.
Man, God damn! I forgot why I brought that up. Or wait,
was it like the beat or like what is?
I don't know, but don't care for Everyday Struggle.
Oh, I disagree. I love the production. I've always liked the main chorus in that song. I like when he says, sometimes I could hear death knocking on my front door, and you get the two snare hits.
Mm-hmm. It's clever. They just are dwarfed those songs. And like, I actually don't even hate Everyday Struggle on the what that much. The ones I actually hate are Respect and Unbelievable.
Okay, so I don't have notes on those, so I'll let you.
I actually hate those. Respect is just annoying fucking reggae. Just like the oh god.
I think that's also like whenever you hear like reggae stuff on a Biggie album because his mom was Jamaican, so I think that's like him trying to marry those two worlds, and it just doesn't. It's not a home run with Biggie and his voice, because his voice is just so. It's so like it's weird. It's not like a stereotypical New York accent.
No,
it's butter.
Is that a fat joke, Alex?
It's butter on top of an extra large pizza that he is resting on top of his stomach and going to fold over like a taco and fucking eat it in one sitting.
That's a very disturbing image. Although butter is keto, Alex, so maybe he was onto something there.
Yeah. I forget who said that. I was watching something and someone said they like walked in to interview him and he just had like a fucking pizza resting on his gut.
You didn't make that up.
No, I made up the part about folding it up like a taco, and
but he did have a pizza resting on him,
on his gut. Yeah, someone saw that.
Okay, Jesus Christ, I love this guy. Unbelievable, I think, is the only one I refuse to sit through again.
Mm-hmm.
Even Respect, I don't like it at all, but it's less offensive to me than Unbelievable.
There are fans of Unbelievable.
I don't believe it. Also, the album is so fucking long, like because it's like what, an hour 4, hour 5, something like that.
Hour 17.
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
that's really fucking long.
Who Shot You and Just Dreaming are bonus tracks though. That like newer. So the original, like if you listen to like the original one, it's Suicidal Thoughts is supposed to be the last track.
Oh, okay, that makes sense to me. That makes perfect sense. Because when I heard it, I was like, why isn't this the last track? This makes perfect sense.
It should be.
Yeah. With the the two bonus tracks, those are fucking solid too.
Those are great. Who Shot You is one of my favorite like Biggie songs. I love the beats. It's like one of the best beats too for Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, it would have fit much better spread out within the album. Those two tracks.
Yeah,
maybe even replacing Respect and Unbelievable. Some would say.
Yeah,
but it's still super long, and like if with that length, it's unnecessarily long to have an album that's an hour and 20 minutes, especially when those songs are like so much weaker, like notably weaker musically. Lyrically, they're all fucking great, but I don't know. It's fucking long, and I don't think it's perfect, but it's still. I get why it's a classic. And the skits, goddamn the skits. I'm not a fucking fan of most skits. Anytime you bring in sex sounds, like the one where the chick's blowing them, like it's just off-putting to hear all those slurping sounds when I'm actually like bumping music driving.
Oh, give it back to Shaggy. Sorry, that's an Eminem.
Jesus.
What did I want to say?
Mike, you're stupid and wrong, and go home.
You know,
Is that
no, because you didn't like do anything too offensive, except for the what? Okay. Big Papa is like Big Papa. Yeah, so even though that's like later on the album, he was kind of rapping at a faster, like more high pitch. And for some reason, when they did that song, they were like, that's it. That's your voice. So thankfully, they discovered that and kind of went back. But that song, like, again, the whole East Coast, West Coast thing is like real stupid in hindsight, because there are like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube samples on this album. And like Big Papa was inspired by Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube's Good Day. And I love me some Good Day. I like quote that song all the time. If people tell me they're having a good day, I'll be like, well, did you see a blimp that said Ice Cube's a pimp? And if they're confused, I don't want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
But if they get it, then
there it is. Fast friendship.
And then I would argue Big Papa is slightly better song than Good Day.
I would not say slightly. I say significantly. And that is just one man's opinion, because I don't like the sample of Good Day. It's
arguably the bigger song, the one that more people can quote for sure.
Yeah. But for me, it's all musical for me. It's just, I mean, I'm probably going to get shit for saying it's a ripoff of just the two of us, but listen to them back to back. Listen to them side by side, and I dare you to say that's not like the same fucking song. Like Big Pop also has my favorite. Like, there's a lot of like Diddy just talks. He's not like a rapper per se. He's just kind of like a businessman who's there. But that has my favorite one when he goes, tell your friends to get with my friends, and then we can be friends. Like, damn, if I ever said that to a girl, game over. Nothing's happening after that. Absolutely not. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Alex, don't do that.
But sometimes it's because it sounds so stupid. Sometimes it's just funny to say it.
It is absolutely hilarious.
Not to strangers, but like with my friends, like with Dylan. All this.
Dylan's a friend of ours.
Well, yeah. For whatever reason, if it comes up, or we're talking about girls, or like we see a group of girls, we just like look at each other and be like, tell your friends to get with my friends. So we can be friends. You say it to your friend. You don't say it to the ladies. That's how you get it out of your system.
Oh, all I heard was Alex is a sexist pig. But this is, I mean, it's what more is there to elaborate on this album? I mean, it's all, I mean, like, this is it. People love it.
Yeah.
It's going down as one of the best.
I mean, I just want to like Machine Gun Funk when he says beat motherfuckers like Ike beat Tina.
That's not the first. Yeah, he does it again where he references Ike beating Tina.
Yeah, but I like that he says it and then he sings "What's Love."
Yep.
Savage.
On the bonus track, he makes the same joke. I mean, it's not a joke. It's just a reference. But the way he does it's funny. But
What everyday struggle? I also like GED wasn't B.I.G because I wasn't getting PAID. That's fucking
poet. The man's a poet.
And then I think, do I have any other? Okay, last
Okay.
one that I like. I got techniques dripping out my butt cheeks. Sleep on my stomach so I don't fuck up my sheets. It's so gross, but also so good. Like, you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
He could have just said the techniques were dripping out his butt cheeks, but he went a step forward to describe how chronic it is.
The man paints a picture.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
He's a visionary.
He is a visionary. Fucking man. It's like, it's such a conundrum to think about. Like, would he have been able to like keep it up, or would he have like? He probably would have recorded some bad albums. That's just the nature of making art. So
let's move on to the second and final album. This is 1997, Life After Death.
I wasn't exactly ready for that. So
I'm sorry.
I'm pulling it up.
Let's kill time and
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here we
back.
go. So earlier, this album takes place immediately after Suicidal Thoughts.
Right.
So I skipped the intro, but if you listen to the albums, like, you can listen to Suicidal Thoughts right into the Life After Death intro.
Yeah. It literally pulls the sample from Suicidal Thoughts.
I'm sitting in the crib dreaming about Learjets and coops, the way Salt shoots and how they sell records like Snoop.
Oh, there you go. So he references Snoop again.
Yeah.
So it's like,
who the hell is this? I gets up quick, cocks my shit, stop the dogs from barking, then proceed to walking. It's a face that I seen before. My nigga sing, he used to sling on the 16th floor. Check it. I look deeper, I see blood up on his sneakers, and his fist gripped the chrome 4/5. So I dip, nigga.
Okay.
Is you creeping on
Let
me?
us chat.
okay, so this was put out 16 days after he died. He's gunned down in Los Angeles on March 9th, 1997. So it's very creepy. Like, I don't think it was like, I think it was done. So like, I skipped the like talking intro track, but it's very like,
there's a lot of foreshadowing his own death in this album.
I mean, yeah, even like Ready to Die. And I think that's why like there was some like disconnect where people would be like, well, rappers aren't like really about this life, but I don't really want them to be about that life. Like there's some shit with Rick Ross where people found out he was like a correctional officer. But like, if you want to play a character, fine, because yeah, it was not worth Biggie dying and all that.
Yeah, pretty fucking gnarly. But as far as the album goes, I hate this album.
Do you?
I fucking hate it. I dislike it so much that I was completely blindsided by how fucking bad I thought it was.
Oh man, I just don't think you were like prepared. Like, it's hard because it's really long.
It's long. We mentioned at the top of the episode, 2 hours.
It's real long, but man, there are some gems on here.
I fucking struggled to find one, man. I hate it.
Okay, so before we get more into it, I feel like the song we played right now, Somebody's Gotta Die, that's like followed up with Hypnotize.
Yeah, that's a very recognizable main sample.
And for me, it doesn't really work because that's the kind of like, it repeats itself. It'll give you something heavy, and then I'll give you like this poppy,
danceable shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, it's not that it's bad. It's this, it does wear on you, but like man, I can't I can't deny Hypnotize.
I can, and I'll tell you why I can. It's because it's got a great main sample. It's a fucking boom, 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 boom. Sorry,
I'm just gonna play it.
Oh, that wasn't good enough for you.
No,
play the original. That wasn't good enough. All right.
Also, I don't feel like we played enough.
Yeah, no.
A Biggie.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average. Papa twist.
Like, so this is like so poppy.
Yeah, compared to the opening track, for sure.
Not the poppiest song he has, but all right.
Yeah,
we all know,
we know it. It's not juicy poppy, but it's still compared to the first track.
It's slicker.
Yeah, and it's not that's bad or any of the song is bad. It's that it introduces immediately on that song, immediately in the album, in that song, something that will recur throughout the entire 2 fucking hours, which is how they don't know how to do a fucking outro. They just repeat the chorus. That goes
back to what you were talking about earlier, where they don't know how to wrap it up.
They exactly don't know how to wrap it up. They all that song for sure. Fuck You Tonight featuring stupid ass R. Kelly, dude, that one, and then. I love the dough. Those are just 3 examples. It happens throughout the entire album where instead of an outro, it just repeats the chorus for like 2 straight minutes. Not even exaggerating, like 2 straight minutes of just the chorus, or no elaboration, no variation, no rapping, nothing. Just the same chorus over and over again. Inexcusable. Garbage in terms of a musical standpoint. That's awful. Awful. Hate it. It pissed me off.
Okay. So.
All right. Counter argument.
Kick in the Door. Fucking great song.
It's good.
I love how fat like the beat is, and it's like the perfect marriage of like that screaming Jay Hawkins sample with Biggie's voice. Like you hear that beat, that sample, and you can just picture a fat guy walking down the street. It's so good. And then one of my favorite Biggie lines, Jesus, get off the Notorious penis. Like
the way he rhymes penis with things, dude, it is pretty.
It's a masterclass.
Yeah,
masterclass. Also, like it's funny because like when I heard it, I like pictured like Biggie fucking Jesus, and he's like, get off. Like I don't know if anyone else did that, but like
for sure, Alex, no one else did.
So that always makes me laugh. Okay, R. Kelly. Terrible, awful person,
awful human being.
But
obviously,
Biggie didn't know that. So,
well, I mean, everyone worked with him even after the whole piss scandal. So no one's innocent and no one is guilty.
Yeah,
who gives a shit.
So, oh man, "Fuck You Tonight" makes me laugh.
That song fucking blows, dude. I fucking hate it.
It makes me laugh. I don't care. It's fucking hilarious. I love blunt R&B songs with this cussing in it. It's like the stupidest juxtaposition ever of nice music with like gritty, horrible things.
Ridiculously awful lyrics with just like but it's for sure hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. And then you brought up I Love the Dough, and it's not a home run for me, but I do think the track is ambitious because you got like the heavy synths, the violins, and Rod Stewart's "Do You Think I'm Sexy?" Again,
not that song too.
Not a home run, but it's ambitious. You got What's Beef? He's fat. He knows what beef is.
Damn right.
Where's the beef? And then Mrs. Bleed. And to me, those 2 songs are like the most like Biggie songs in the sense that they're like menacing. It's kind of like the perfect marriage of his vision of like mafia stuff and hip hop music. And those 2 songs, like you can picture like the beats and the music being on like the Godfather soundtrack. And so, yeah, those songs work for me. And then I talked about it on our police episode. I'm going to talk about it again.
That is episode 5.
Yeah.
It feels like so long ago.
Dude,
fuck, man.
I don't know. Wait. Was it Mo Money? Well, Mo Money, Mo Problems is one of the most
overrated,
most ridiculous music videos ever
I don't know
ever
music
made.
video.
The music video is one of the most ridiculous things ever made. And oh no, it wasn't that, but I think they played it. Real quick, the music video, this Mace and Puffy and these like fucking puffy, like no pun intended, this huge, ridiculous,
like Missy Elliott status.
almost there, but without the inflation. Like
Okay.
the clothes are just big on their own. Like
I can
neon
picture.
colorful suits. There's like
Horrible style. The worst
it's
style.
awful. It's awful. There's like this like little like golfing mini story. It's one of the most bizarre things ever. And then the VMAs, like I think that's like the first VMAs I like really remember.
Because you were traumatized.
I was traumatized. All the black people were wearing white and they're doing I'll Be Missing You. And then Sting comes out, he's wearing black, and it's just so stupid.
Alex, do you get it? Do you get
I get it.
Hey,
I get it.
do you get it's the dichotomy. You understand? Sting. No, I'm sorry, but it is pretty fucking ridiculous. That's awful.
And then I think so they did I'll Be Missing You, and then they went into the fucking I think they went into More Money, More Problems. I may be wrong, but it's just a like pivotal music memory that's never
Right.
gonna leave.
Yeah. Nor should it, because it'll guide your future decisions, as it probably has. That's a stupid comment. Okay. One more last compliment before I go into the shit fest. I got a story to tell. I don't love it. I don't like it that much. Great sample though. It sounds like a synthesized guitar, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got really, I don't know, something about a nice rim snare. That sounds almost sexual. The rim of a snare when you just,
Yeah.
I love that sound. I dig the sound. That's what they're doing in that song. Cool. Okay, the rest. I'm gonna jump right into it. All right, I'm gonna jump right into it. Another and play a hater. Let us talk about Biggie's vocal abilities when he tries to sing.
Okay, so I don't like Another. I
really hope not.
that could have been a great song though. That could have been done in like as like a Biz Marquee. You say he's just a friend. You got what I need. Because like Biz knows his voice is ridiculous and like embraced it.
Yeah.
And made it fucking like work.
Put on Another. Let the audience decide how bad this is.
Another would be like if no one told Biz, or if Biz didn't realize like I'm not a singer. So here we go. And then sadly, this is like where Little Kim actually gets to rap. It's damn.
Already I hate it, but I'll stop.
Fuck you, motherfucker. You ain't shit, you fat motherfucker.
Whatever.
You wasn't saying that when you was eating my pussy. You a nasty motherfucker.
This could have worked. This could have been funny.
What the fuck?
It could have been.
This is hysterical, dude. This is fucking holy shit. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It's
Holy
just
shit.
that production is too slick and clean and serious.
No, it's that he has no sense of pitch whatsoever.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It could have been funny.
It's fucking still funny. It's hilarious. It's unintentionally funny. It's cats funny. It's not.
If I'm saying if like let's say they're fucking around, he did that. Like fuck. Okay, our production team is not equipped. Let's bring in like a Biz Marquee who can like put a beat to make that funny. Like I'm not trying to say he can sing it any means.
Oh,
I'm just saying if they embrace the awfulness and maybe gave it like a
fun kind of
like a more like upbeat loose thing.
right. The way it reads or listens is like they're earnestly trying a song where, you know what, I'm going to sing this one. I think I can give it a shot. And that elevates it to the highest, most coveted position of So Bad It's Good.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe to a lesser degree, but in the same camp is Player Hater, which is, oh boy.
Player Hater.
Oh boy, put that bad boy on. Oh boy. Oh, I'm already laughing.
Good evening. And for my last hit, I'd like to take you back to the classic.
You hear that, Alex? Take you back to the
B.I.G.
classic.
style, of course.
See, this is more like over the top ridiculous right now.
But it still comes across as sincere.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's
Like
ooh, boy.
Like that should have been like an interlude. It shouldn't have been like a full
should have
song.
been axed. It should have
No.
been shot like him. It's fucking so bad.
I disagree. I think if they like, that's funny, that little clip we played, but it does get tiresome at 4 minutes.
It's so long. It's just another example of dragging on the song. Every song in here is super long.
Okay, so super long, but I fucking Notorious Thugs. Fucking
Remind me, refresh my
opening
memory.
track on disc 2 with Bone Thugs. I know.
Okay.
I know the listeners know this song.
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna play it because
Okay,
it's
go ahead.
fucking dope. This is the only song that I don't mind that it's 1,000,000 minutes long.
It's 1,000,000 minutes for sure.
I just want to get a little bit of Biggie rapping.
Yeah.
Because you think of him as like slow and plotting. In this song, you're like, motherfucker can rap fast.
Yeah.
Rap real fast.
I mean, it's like just trying to keep up with Bone Thugs in general.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Bye, Nick. But yeah, proving Mike's point that this could have been 30 seconds.
Yeah. How long have we been?
We're a minute in.
Okay, Jesus. This is a fucking metal intro, dude. It goes too long.
We're never going to get to the Biggie.
Yeah, there's no way.
Armed and dangerous. Ain't
Too many can bang with us. We know angel dust.
Label us notorious. Thug ass niggas that love the bus. It's strange to us. Y'all
Yeah,
niggas be
he's good on
scrambling,
this.
Gambling.
I'm restaurants with mandolins and violins. We just sitting here trying to win, trying not to sin.
Okay, yeah, he sounds real good on there.
Something
My-
since 92. Look at all the bullshit I've been through.
My problem with that song is stemmed directly from my problem with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Every song is the same.
I am not a big fan of Bone Thugs. R.I.P. Uncle Charles. I miss my Uncle Charles. But damn,
It's not. You know,
That
it's a good,
song-
it's a good song. And that's objective. It's a good song. It is exactly like every Bone Thug song. It is
For sure.
It's the same thing. It is the same. They use the exact same rhythms in every
for
song.
sure.
And the reason why I had a problem with it on this album is not like having a Bone Thugs song, like stylistically in terms of like the rapping style, is way different
Mhm.
than the rest of the songs. But musically, it is exactly the same. Every song in here is that minor key bullshit. Every song
Mhm.
is a sugary, sweet R&B minor key bullshit, and it's 2 hours of that kind of song.
Mm-hmm.
It wears on the soul.
Okay.
It wears so heavy on the soul.
Yeah, I just fucking like. So I'm quoting. I forget what comedian it is, but there's this podcast. AFE. No.
Which one?
So I'm gonna quote the comedians. I feel so all fantasy everything.
All fantasy everything. Okay.
And they were talking about this song, and they pointed out the lyric. Straight up, we know angel dust. Like,
Mhm.
how much angel dust do you have to be smoking that you have to tell people this is straight up weed? No angel dust. A lot of fucking angel dust.
Dude, that is yesterday. I was informed of someone that my mom knows that still does angel dust.
Holy shit.
That was an old man too. Like, Holy fuck, I didn't kill you yet?
Yeah, so if you see that dude and he invites you,
Yeah, ask him for sure. Is this angel dust?
straight straight up weed.
Straight up weed. Okay.
No angel
okay.
dust.
Okay, good. Nasty boy. Fucking sucks. Stupid.
You're
annoying.
Focusing on the wrong.
It's a part of the album.
It
Alex.
is. It is.
Man, these are all songs, by the way, the ones that I'm naming, that in my second listen, because I only listen to this twice.
Yeah.
I listen to Ready to Die a lot of times. That I, on my second listen, I had to skip. I fucking couldn't sit through them again. Couldn't do it.
Okay. So you bought up 2 songs and so you have another and player hater, but in between those 2 pieces of crap bread, you have Going Back to Cali.
Oh, right.
And 10 Crack Commandments. Like those are 2.
So going back to Kelly, it's a good song. It's like, it's very reminiscent of Hypnotize, the same type of
For
bass.
sure.
Boom, 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 that really exaggerated bass.
It's very West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know how I just realized that right now that a lot of West Coast rappers, ooh, they love that sound.
That G-Funk sound.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I hate that bass sound. I fucking hate it.
That P-Funk sound.
But as far as the song goes, and his off-key semi-singing in the chorus really works there. Going back to Cali. Yeah, that works pretty well. Cool song.
And then I'm just going to play a little bit of 10 Crack Commandments.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's the 10 Crack Commandments. Wow.
This could have been on like Ready to Die.
Yeah.
Talking about this crack, this weed, my hustling niggas.
Yeah, for
Niggas on
sure.
the corner, I ain't forget you niggas. My triple B niggas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, actually, what Public Enemy song is that from?
I am not sure, and I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, because it's like I know it. I fucking know it. But what was I going to... Okay, so his actual raps on this album did not even remotely come even a hair
they're not
close to the...
They don't like paint a picture the way they do on Ready to Die.
Not even close. They're not as interesting. And they are, in terms of the actual phrasing, the thing I love the most about what he does, it's just, I'm just gonna rap these. I'm just gonna rap them straight.
Yeah.
The whole, man, if you have a double album, it is your duty to make it interesting, because no one's attention span is that good. No one. And it's everything that I liked about the first album is gone here. And man,
I agree.
How do you go from being the best rapper to being this?
I think, like I said, on 10 Crack Commandments and Bleed and what was the other? And like What's Beef? Those are kind of grounded and Ready to Die. And then there's a lot of like experimentation or for better or worse experimentation. And this dabbling into like pop and R&B, like Sky's the Limit is a great like R&B Biggie song. Again, not like visually,
right,
but like it works. You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You is another one that I feel like is grounded or like
foreshadowing. It's man, and I mean he was somebody when he was alive, but boy, does that immortalize you to get shot and murdered that young.
Yep.
Man.
So yeah, I feel like we've talked about, I mean, it's a long album, so
very long.
Real quick, The World Is Filled with Too Short, obviously just crazy, overtly sexual song. But when he says, I ain't gonna lie, I pimped out her SSI, that's again, it's funny. You need more like humor in a Biggie album to me.
Yeah.
That's kind of like going back to those funny lyrics.
Because a lot of the way the first album had these clever, just everything was so funny about the first one. Everything here comes across as him. He's like, you know what? We're gonna make a serious album. We're legit now. Okay, take it seriously, which is immediately you don't want to take it seriously for that.
Yeah.
And then also when, man, those fucking sung tracks, another and player hated, it's so abysmal. I really would like to know why, how, what was going on in the studio.
I can't say for sure. I think something that like made Ready to Die so great is it's mostly the one producer, and this one is just a plethora.
Oh, that's not good for cohesiveness.
Yeah, so I mean, all rappers do that now, but I feel like they're kind of better at having like a comprehensive vision on their albums now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a bit of a letdown. It's still worth a listen, but like I remember finding out Long Kiss Goodnight was like produced by RZA, and I was like back in the day like, man, this is gonna be amazing. And it's better in my head. It's better on paper. It's still worth a listen. It's not bad, but
that's not bad, but also not living up to the.
It's not a classic.
Yeah, when you get like a bunch of big names like that, and it's not brilliant, then it automatically comes across as shit.
Also, it's so weird. Like he was like beefing with like everyone, so it's like funny.
He knew beef.
He told you what beef was.
Mm-hmm.
Probably asked, "Where's the beef?" a lot. But yeah, it's so like weird. Like he did a song with Method Man, he did a song with the RZA, but like he hated Raekwon and Ghostface, and Ghostface and Raekwon hated him.
Why? I mean, Ghostface is out of his mind. I know that.
What was it? Oh, they felt like, I think Illmatic came out before Ready to Die, and they felt like the Ready to Die thing was ripping off the Illmatic cover because they both have like babies on the cover.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah. And then eventually, I think on Fish Scales, the Ghostface album, they ended up like remixing one of these Biggie songs, and like it's all obviously water under the bridge now, but so weird. And then like even like I forget what song he did on this DJ Premier producer track, and he like took jabs at DJ Premier too. It's crazy.
And then he somehow he was shot and killed. Biggest coincidence? Nothing related to all the shit you just said. Man made enemies.
Made lots of enemies. Even Bone Thugs was like getting in on like jabs. Like they got random shots on this album against 36 Mafia and Twista, who I didn't even know was like recording music in 97.
I know that is.
Dude, he was like I don't know about now, but for a bit I think he was like officially like the world's fastest rapper. He was on that track, that Kanye track, Slow Jams. And this raps real quick.
Okay. All right.
Quicker than Bone Thugs.
Ooh,
so that's probably why they were like, ooh.
Challenging our throne.
Yeah.
And I bet not all his songs sound the same too. I bet.
I think he
probably does.
They do. He
I'm just talking shit. I don't have any opinion.
He fell into the trap of doing the slow jams, fast rhymes. Just like I'm
just no. That's how I hear all of their lyrics.
That's more like Bone Thugs.
That is more like Bone Thugs. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to do Twista. I don't want that.
You don't want that hate. You don't want that.
I don't want that smoke. I don't want that Twister.
But if I hear it, I'll do it.
I need practice. Like I always like joke around again with Dylan when we go to karaoke. It's like, well, we'll put in Kanye's slow jam and we'll rock, paper, scissors, and loser does Twister's verse.
Man, that's gnarly.
We never do it. But it's just like joking, like like loser does Twister's verse, right?
the fate worse than death. Oh man. So if we're gonna go by our usual rules, which we're not, obviously one good, one bad. For me, one real good, one real bad. For Alex, not so much.
Real quick, we got to talk.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just saying, just as far as the actual albums that he released during his life, well, not necessarily during his life, but his albums.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. But there's a couple. There's a lot of he was famous. He can make money even when he's dead. So therefore, things were still being released that aren't exactly canon, but they're out there. Which are these things? What am I talking about?
So the first one was released in 99. It's called Born Again. These are more like unreleased tracks that they bought on like other rappers.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like the best song on here is Dead Wrong with Eminem. So good. What else is Big Booty Hose with Too Short is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Too
just
Short is very fun.
It's just not. It's long. It's an hour 15.
Everything he does is long.
Yeah.
Everything except Live.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But so to me, like if you need more, like this album is suitable. It's fine. And then you get to like 2005 Duets, the final chapter.
This cover I've seen everywhere.
That's because that was, I don't know. That's when I like started paying attention to music. Like the Biggie Duets came out, which ironically, track 3, Spit Your Game, has Twista on it.
Oh, wait. So he is a fan.
Well, I mean, Twist, yeah, like
That's okay. Yeah, I'm so confused by all like so much beef going around.
but yeah, these songs are.
How long is this thing?
This is also an hour 13.
Jesus Christ. Just wrap it up, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's on he's out on this.
This is more like remixed. Like you recognize all the verses and choruses on here. Like they just take things and they'll turn like Spit Your Game.
Okay.
It's, I'm blanking, but spit your game, talk your shit. And then yeah, it's just I feel like a lot of the production suffers from being like pretty dated. Like 1970 something is fun with the game, but it's just like yeah, you can't really, not really what you want. I'm gonna play that one. I think if you're gonna listen to one song off the Biggie Duets, this one with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Throw your hands in the sky, nigga.
Like it's mean.
I'm sticking ice picks on the tip of your dick. Give your testicles a swift kick. Ain't that some shit? Am I hardcore? Harder than the Plymouth.
So where did this is this like just unreleased recording of Biggie rapping?
So what you want, nigga?
I don't think so.
I hope civilized, cause I love to see niggas die.
This is probably like a B-side or like
Okay.
He was a good man.
The whole thing is like a B-side.
yeah, or like recycled. This one more than the other one. Is this recycled lyrics from various songs he did. And then I got to continue the theme of talking about Korn.
How does Korn play in this?
It's surprisingly, I wanted it to be a car wreck. I'm sorry, Korn. I always want your songs to be a car wreck.
You usually are.
And it's not bad. Also produced by Atticus Ross, who does film scores, and I think he's in Nine Inch Nails now.
Really?
There's
members of Nine Inch Nails that aren't Trent Reznor.
Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor are basically like one person now. They fucking collab on everything.
Like Nick Cave and Warren Ellis.
Yeah. The dude's won an Oscar. So, okay, this is the Korn track.
Jesus.
I just don't think Jonathan Davis's voice.
There's a Korn track on here. I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Oh my god.
I think if you got that sci-fi thing out of there.
Yeah, the theremin thing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. And I think, yeah, get rid of that.
That's weird drowned out vocals.
Like this isn't awful.
The bass oddly sounds good.
For Fieldy,
For
I know.
Fieldy? You know, I got a controversial
opinion here.
Yeah.
Controversial take.
Yeah.
I don't think Fieldy's that bad of a bassist.
Ooh.
And the reason why I say that, I think it's his poor decision to play the bass that he does
Yeah.
in the tuning that it is in, and the fact that slapping garbage sound became synonymous with their sound.
Korn.
So they keep producing it that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
They played his strengths.
I think that the first two Korn albums are good despite his bass, not because of his bass. Now, that is once again our obligatory conversation on Korn in every fucking episode.
Yep. I'm so
Let's move on from Korn.
But yeah, so Born Again, if you need more Biggie, worth a listen.
Mm-hmm.
The duets, really the Jay-Z song and the song with the game on it, those are the two.
The two out of the gigantic hour and 15-minute long album. Oh boy. And that's all she wrote for Biggie.
Yes, as we said earlier, final album was put out 16 days after he died. Fucking to this day, I mean, we're talking about him for a reason.
Yeah, made his impact. It's not a fat joke, I swear to God.
We've made plenty of fat jokes.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like he made plenty of fat jokes.
Yeah, dude.
There's that one intro track. I forgot to write what it was, but like someone calls and they're breathing heavy. I'm like, I'm like, motherfuckers is probably eating a large meal.
Probably eating a large meal. That is one of the more. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I don't think it was meant to be funny, but I thought it was pretty funny.
That's pretty fucking funny.
A lot of the skits on that second album, they don't seem like they're, again, like the rest of the album, it doesn't seem like they're trying to be funny. It seems like they're trying to do skits.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, again, so bad it's good, but I still think it's pretty bad. Yeah.
I think if you warm up to those better songs that I was talking about, it kind of it muddies the waters, but anything that's that long and isn't like classic start to finish, it's gonna hurt it.
It's really hard to make an album that long that's classic. Like I'm having a lot of trouble thinking. I mean, the obvious one, the White Album.
But that's not 2 hours.
It's not 2 hours.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, I mean, I could think of a few Swans albums that are. This is not even close to hip hop, but 2 hours. And the thing is, with those Swans albums, it's like a cheating 2 hours because so much of it is ambience, and like silence and like build up. Or Godspeed Black Emperor, like 2 hour albums, but it's a lot of it's built up in ambience. This is just song after song after song. I defy you to fucking find one that's just song after song, 2 hours, and it's perfect. Fucking dare you.
To me, the songs that like really work are not the same as Ready to Die, but to me the like classics on it like really
like has the essence of that
or like they really work, even if they're not like Hypnotize and Going Back to Cali and Notorious Thugs are just I think they slap. I think they're good.
They're if you're listening to this podcast right now, you like those songs for sure.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't like those songs. I have probably problems with them for damn sure, but objectively they're good songs. Structurally and arrangement wise, hell no. But that's just the fucking nerd in me talking. Objectively, you can dance to it. It's fun.
Yes.
Album sucks though. Don't listen to it.
I think like every other, this could have been one solid album.
I put in my notes, I don't even got to check it because I remember writing it.
Yeah.
If this was an EP, it would still suck. That's how much I hate it.
You're salty.
I'm salty, for sure.
You're salty like the man's diet.
Oh, ooh. R.I.P. Man.
I mean,
at least diabetes didn't take him.
I was going to say diabetes and cholesterol didn't take him.
Hell no.
Bullets did. They're bad for your health.
Yeah, definitely not great. Okay. We made it to a typically long episode because
I
we're
knew I
fucking
could do
pros. God damn it. We're fucking
Hell
pros.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting I'm sweaty now. But thank you so much for listening. You know what? Cut myself off. I think I prefer not having a mic stand. I think I'm gonna ditch it entirely.
Do it.
Ditch entirely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you'd like to give us some feedback or some love, some hate, or I don't know, suggest an artist, maybe we'll talk about it. Actually, probably for sure, we'll talk about anything you suggest. We have some suggestions that we've received coming up pretty soon. We just gotta like squeeze them. We have to squeeze them in the schedule, and like the record date compared to the air date is like a month like difference. So it's if you send a request, for sure it's getting done.
We acknowledge it.
Yeah, for sure. It takes a while to come out. But if you want to send us your requests, please do that. Send that to everyalbumever@gmail.com. And if you like the podcast, please tell your buddies, tell your friends, tell your enemies. That's like the most important thing. I really give a shit about word of mouth way more than anything. I don't give a fuck about
too.
I don't give a fuck about likes, about comments, about I don't know. Word of mouth, because man, you trust your buddy, you trust your friends.
Mm-hmm.
If they say this is pretty solid, I will eventually get to it.
We care about the shares more than we do the likes.
Yeah. Or even like just talking about it, like just saying, hey, you don't have to check us out, but I
Face to
enjoyed
face,
this thing.
yeah.
Yeah. I give a shit about that more. I don't know, whatever. But do that or don't do that. Anyway, Biggie playlist on Spotify should be in the description of wherever you're listening and watching, as well as everyalbumever.com. It's there along with all the playlists for every episode that we've done. It's been a wild ride. My God.
I love it.
We're not stopping. Oh my God, we haven't stopped yet. We've been listening, man. And like new developments, quote unquote. So this is a little inside baseball. We're not going to give away any spoilers, but a bit of a teaser. This week we were listening to two bands or two artists, Biggie, and then whatever is going to come out next week. We're doing them simultaneously because of like scheduling constraints. I mentioned this to Alex. I really like this. I like putting multiple within one week because it keeps me
some palate cleansers.
Absolutely. And it's not because like palate cleansers are important when you're binging an entire discography, but it's great for like actual productivity when your palate cleanser is also going towards your work.
Yep.
It's wonderful. I think it's great. So just that alone, man, it just like it reinvigorated my enthusiasm to do this shit. So I'm just rambling at this point. I could whatever. Back to plugs.
Yes.
You can follow me on Instagram at PanderMonkey. That's actually Pope Jesse. Fuck, I just got myself mixed up. PanderMonkey is my music shit. Follow PanderMonkey and also Pope Jesse Ventura for my personal stuff. Alex
at Mother Puncture. If you're usually I'll post some spoilers, albums,
little tastes, little album covers.
If you just need more and you're like, what are they going to do next? I will post albums pertaining to.
Yeah. But as usual, thank you so much for listening. And we are going to wrap it up with a song of Biggie's, of Alex's choice, of course. What are we listening to?
So I'm doing this song because, again, he loves robbing people. And it's one of the funniest lyrics ever. He says, jacked her. Then I asked her, who's the man? She said B.I.G. Then I busted her E-Y-E.
Fuck, that's so good.
Ooh, so nasty, so wrong. So this is off the
nasty boy, you nasty.
This off the Born Again album. This is Dead Wrong featuring Eminem.
Thanks for listening. See ya.